Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to change source data of a pivot table after you create the pivot table. Okay, so what I have here is the month of May, the product data, its cost and respective profit, as well as the country, category and customer for products. Okay, I have a set of data here, and similarly for June also I have a set of data. Okay, now what I am going to do is that I am going to create a pivot table on the first set, May. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I am going to create it using the source data here. Okay, then what I am going to do is I am going to insert a pivot table. I am inserting the source data ranges what I have already selected, the sheet May. Okay, and I want the pivot table to be placed on new worksheet. Okay, press OK. Once you press OK, then it shows two part. One is the pivot table part and other one is the pivot tables fields pane. Okay, so pivot tables part, whatever I selected here, it's reflected in the pivot table. Okay, I select product. Under each product is the customer, and then I also select the country, and each country the cost and profit. Okay, this sum of the cost and the sum of the profit. Okay, so this is my pivot table. I just collapse this. Okay, this is nothing but products and country. Okay, so what I have here is a pivot table for the month of May. Okay, month of May. My source data is May month data. Okay, so what happens here is I already created the pivot table. I did all the work, everything. Okay, now the next month in June I have this May month pivot table and the source data. I analyze this everything. I make this one as a general report. Next month June I got the similar set of source data. Okay, for the month of June. Do I need to create my pivot table again from the scratch, or can I able to use the same pivot table which I created for the month of May and just change the source to June's data? This just to change the source data to June. The answer is yes. Okay, how can we do that? Okay, in May this pivot table is created, right? So what you will do, you just click on pivot table, then go to analyze. Okay, in the analyze you have a group called data. In the data you have change data source. Okay, this way you can change the data source. Okay, now I change the data source. The pivot table is already created with the data source of May. Okay, the cached inbuilt or underlying data is of May. Okay, if you refresh, it will refresh using the May's data. Okay, so if you have any update on May data, it will refresh. But you go to change data source, change data source. What will happen? It will show you the current pivot table data source. Okay, what is the source data? Okay, my source data now is changed to June. So go to June. Okay, it's already selected June, but anyway I will reselect it from the first record to the last record and press OK. Now you can see the figures changed. Okay, the figures changed, and the data is the pivot table is refreshed with the June's data. Okay, it's no more showing the May data. Okay, this way you can change the data source. This will help you to keep only one pivot table. Okay, you create whatever work you want to do it, you do it in once. Okay, then if it is periodic, then only the data source is changing. You add a new data and change the source data. Okay, the data source, change data source and use the new data. Okay, that is one thing. And also you no need to create a few. If you are creating for each month different pivot tables, again the Excel file is going to be bulky, and also it will cause the operational problems. That is, it may slow to load, and you do other calculation, it is slower. Okay, so use this functionality to as and when you want data to be loaded, but the pivot table format is same, only the data is different. You just use this functionality, change data source, to adopt your that particular month's data. Okay, this is very useful functionality in data group, analyze data group. If you are pressing anywhere else other than the pivot table, you may not find the analyze menu here. Okay, to get the analyze menu, you must the tab you must have clicked on the pivot table first. Once you click on the pivot table first, then you can go to analyze and change data source. The other things are same. You can just right click and show field list and do the same analytical work whatever you want. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you, and if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. The subscription button is already there in the screen already. Just press Alan Sam and you can subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments and suggestions. It will help me to improvise my videos, and God bless you.